To apply these formulas now, all we need to do is to write down the formulas for the prepaid forwards. So for example, if we're dealing with options on a stock with discrete dividends, then the prepaid forward is the stock price minus the present value of dividends. In other words, contractually what we're saying is that this is the price of a prepaid forward contract, because what I can do to replicate this prepaid forward contract is I go long S and short T-bills that have a value equal to the present value of the dividends. If I go long S, it's going to produce dividends for me. I will use those dividends to cover the short, and then at time T, I end up with just one share of stock. So it's apparent that this must be the correct price of a prepaid forward, because I can synthetically create this prepaid forward with this portfolio. Here's an example where I have a stock with a price of 41 and a strike of 40, 30% vol, 8% risk-free rate, a 3-month or a quarter-year term. And let's assume that I have a $3 dividend in 1 month. So the present value of dividends is about $2.98, and so that the prepaid forward value is equal to $38.02. For $38.02, so if you think about this in terms of the replication of the prepaid forward, I can replicate that prepaid forward by buying the stock at 41 and shorting $2.98 worth of T-bills. And then in 1 month, when that stock pays the dividend, I cover my short and I end up with just a share. So this example gives you a numerical context for that idea. So the Black-Scholes European call price is $1.763. It's much less than if we assume no dividends. In the example 12.1, where there were no dividends, it had about a $3.40 value, this option, and the price goes from $3.40 to about $1.76 because of the $3 of dividends that are being paid. Because, again, dividends paid affects stock price affects exercise value, and that naturally is going to affect the price of the option. If I just for a moment, okay, so then let's now look at options on currencies. What's the prepaid forward price for a currency? Well, again, let's think about an example. Let's say that today a euro X, that is the price of a euro. It's $1.25 per euro. And I want to know how much is it going to cost me right now for a prepaid forward which delivers me a euro in 1 year. So let's assume that the euro risk-free rate is 2%. I want 1 euro. Well, I don't have to buy a whole euro now because I'm going to invest it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to buy e to the minus 0.02 euros. That's what I'm going to buy. Because if I buy that many euros and I invest it at 2%, it'll grow to 1 euro. So now the only question is, what it'll cost me to buy that many euros is going to cost me e to the minus 0.02 times $1.25. And that's exactly what that formula says. It says, take today's exchange rate, X0, and present value it with the foreign rate. And so that's the correct prepaid forward price, because for that many dollars, I can in fact replicate this contract. I can go into the market and do a trade, which in 1 year will deliver me 1 euro. So as an example if we, in the book, is using a price of 92 cents per euro, we have a strike of 90 cents, a euro vol of 10% and a 6% risk-free rate, a 3.2% euro risk-free. So we can calculate the call and the put using the prior formulas, so that the forward value on K is equal to e to the minus 0.06 times K, 90 cents. The prepaid forward, that is. The prepaid forward on the euro is equal to 92 cents. That's the current exchange rate, e to the minus 0.032. So we would use this prepaid forward value for the strike, the prepaid forward value for the euro, use the standard Black-Scholes formula, and we'll get these two prices.